Hey there, Pride fans, and welcome to another edition of the W Amazing Coaching Report right here at GoHofstra.com. Dan Savarino, Coach Mihalich, the head coach of the Hofstra Pride men's basketball team. And Coach, two big games last week. You're down in the South, Mississippi on Friday, and then let's go back to last Tuesday. We ended up taking on USF, a 71-70 loss against a very good school. What did you like? What didn't you like in that game?
Well, you know, Dan, we had some really good moments. We dominated a BCS school on their home floor, probably for 30 minutes of the game. But shame on us, we just didn't finish it off. We're up 11 with 3:59 to go, just under 4 minutes, and we should win the game. We turned it over 3 times. I don't think we stopped them once. They had 8 possessions. We didn't stop them once. So we just didn't finish it off. We have no one to blame but ourselves, and we're going to have to learn from it. But it's so early in the year, you have to be positive. And like I said, for 30 minutes of that game, we dominated a BCS school on their home floor.
Well, it kind of reminded me of that Richmond game from last year, which I know you always kept going back to and kept thinking of. Was it somewhat similar like that, where you knew you should have had that win?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, in this profession, if you're any good at what you do, you probably never forget those ones like that. Where with Richmond last year and South Florida this year, and hopefully it's just. I know this sounds like coach speak, but hopefully it just helps us get a win down the road that maybe we would have gotten if we didn't have that experience.
Well, before Jackson State, you ended up spending Thanksgiving in Mississippi with the team. What was it good for the team to have that bonding experience on Thanksgiving altogether?
I would say if you ever get a chance to spend Thanksgiving in Jackson, don't think of something else to do. No, I'm just kidding. It was great to be with the team. If you can't be with your family, then the next best thing is to be with your second family. And so we really did have that special experience of being together for Thanksgiving and, having turkey and all the fixings with it. And, it was kind of neat. And it was just us. We stayed in a nice hotel, but it was dead. The town was dead. It was, I said to somebody down there, I felt like I was waiting for Jack Nicholson to pop out in The Shining. But, we had a good time together with the guys, and I'm proud of the guys for the way we bounced back after a tough loss.
A 30-point win. Mean puts up another 20-point performance. Brian Bernardi, another 26-point game, new career high for him. What did you like from those two especially, getting forward to keep things going?
Well, they both made some big shots. We shot the ball very well because of those two guys. But I think a big part of the credit, not to take anything away from Brian or Amin, a big part of the credit goes to Wanye Green, because Wanye sets everybody up. Wanye controls the game. He's the straw that stirs our drink. And, he does such a great job of distributing the basketball and finding Brian Bernardi when he's open, finding Amin Tanksi when he's open, and there's a good chemistry out there.
Well, Amin ended up being named CAA Player of the Week, the second member of your team to be named that honor this year. Over 20 points per game, about 6.5 rebounds, shot over 60% from the field. What do you think that does for him to be able to, have that confidence going that he got that honor?
He's the toughest kid on the team. He and Rokas are probably our 2 toughest guys on the team, and he's a prideful guy. He really is. And so for him to get that, I know he's proud. But by the same token, he's also a humble guy. I know he was happy when Brian got it. He'll be happy when Wanye gets it, and he has everything in perspective with regards to awards.
Oh, before we start talking about tonight's game against Norfolk State and then obviously Sunday against Appalachian State, yesterday you make the announcement you bring in 2 new members to your recruiting class, 2 very good guards from New York City. Tell us a little about them. Well,
DeJour Bowie is he's a special point guard, and I always say this: that point guards aren't born. They aren't bred. They're born. I really don't like it when I'm talking to a high school coach or an AAU coach and he says, well, what do you need? Well, we need a point guard. Well, this guy can play the point. He can play the point. What that means to me is he can dribble the ball up the floor. A point guard is somebody that leads a team, that makes plays, that gets assists, that finds guys when they're open, gives it to them when they're open. And that's what DeJour Bowie does. He's led the city in assists last year, and he might do it again this year.
What about Justin Wright-Foreman?
And Justin is, he's just... When you think of him, you think of buckets. You think of somebody that scores. You think of somebody that puts the ball in the basket. And at the end of the day, that's how you win. You got to score more points than the other team. And he puts points up. He gets them all over the floor. He'll make threes. He'll get driving. He'll drive. He'll make pull-ups. He gets to the foul line. Just a special scorer.
Well, 4-2 right now this season. One of the best starts for this program in the last couple of years. Tonight, you end up taking on Norfolk State, the Spartans, a team that's made the postseason the last couple of years. A couple of years ago in 2012, they were a 15 seed, upset a number 2 seed, Mizzou. So obviously, a team that knows how to win. What are you expecting to take on a team like that?
Well, we're going to see a hungry team. We're going to see a team that you already said it, expects to win. They have that culture down there. They've been up here now for about a week. They played a little tournament over at St. Peter's Friday and Saturday, and they won the tournament. If you go to their website right now, they're standing there holding the trophy, and everybody's putting up #1 finger, and good for them. They should be. They should be proud. It's a special thing to do that, and they did it. They beat St. Francis, New York Friday night in overtime, and they beat St. Peter's on St. Peter's home floor. So we'll be playing champions tonight. We're playing guys that are hungry to play and feeling good about themselves, and also have a local flavor. I mean, there's three guys on their team from New York City. The coach is from New York. You know, it has the makings of a great night. We know we got to be ready to go.
And what about just playing it back at the MAC? Because the crowd here has been getting better and better, it seems like, every time you guys go out there.
Well, it has, and that just makes it more fun. And, you know, we really do, sounds a little corny, but we play for the name on the front, not the name on the back. And when we can have the whole community involved in this, it just makes it more fun.
I know you're very superstitious. You don't like to look too far ahead to Appalachian State. Just give me briefly, new team, obviously, they changed up conferences. What can you expect with, you know, the Mountaineers this upcoming Sunday? Well,
yeah, and you know, you and I have talked about this before. It is partly superstitious. I can't even think about another team until we're finished this one. And the beauty of this situation is I really don't have to, because we played 4 games in 8 days. So it was like 1 day preparations for each new team, and that was hard. You know, you beat Stony Brook on Friday night, and Friday night at midnight you're looking at Wagner tape, and then you beat Wagner Sunday afternoon, and Sunday night you're looking at South Florida tape. So with this one, at least we don't have to start looking at tape till the next morning. We have 4 days to get ready for App State. Davidson, assistant coach, is now the head coach there, so they're going to play a lot like Davidson, we think, and which means they'll play good half-court man-to-man defense, and you know, they'll be efficient on offense, and you know, it'll be a challenge to play the game there.
All right, well, Spartans tonight, 7 o'clock, come out to the MAC, obviously, to support them. Sunday, Appalachian State, and they'll be back on the road right after that. He's Coach Mihalich. I'm Dan Savarino. Have a good week. We'll catch you next week.